On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Ugly.
Unattractive in appearance, unpleasant to look at.
Examples:
An ugly sound. Ugly building. The ugly truth was that he had been lying to her for months.
Scare.
To frighten a person or animal, or to become frightened.
Examples:
Scare off her attacker by screaming. Scare the birds away. We hit the ground to scare out the rabbits.
Intimate.
Having a very close friendship, personal.
Examples:
My intimate affairs. Intimate relationship. He has an intimate knowledge of American history.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Fascinate.
To attract and hold the attention of someone deeply and irresistibly.
Examples:
Fascinate the public. Fascinate the young. The magic tricks fascinated the children.
Taboo.
Prohibited or restricted by social custom.
Examples:
A taboo word. Academic taboo. In this society, discussing politics in public is a taboo subject.
Intriguing.
Arousing curiosity or interest, often due to a mysterious or complex quality, fascinating or captivating.
Examples:
Intriguing concept. Intriguing character. The novel's plot was intriguing and kept readers in their seats.
Mum.
A British term for mom or mother, adjective, failing to speak or communicate when expected to do so.
Examples:
Mum's cooking. Keep mum. My mum always knew how to comfort me when I was feeling down.
Therapy.
The act of caring for someone through medication, remedial training, etc.
Examples:
Therapy for a patient. Field of gene therapy. I underwent aversion therapy for my addiction to alcohol.
Trauma.
An emotional wound or shock often has long-lasting effects caused by a highly upsetting or shocking experience.
Examples:
Psychic trauma. Trauma care. Many civilians have suffered trauma as a result of the war.
Assault.
A violent physical attack, the crime of forcing someone to submit to sexual intercourse against their will.
Examples:
Assault aircraft. Victim of sexual assault. We got caught up in an assault case.
Comedy.
A genre of dramatic entertainment that aims to amuse and provoke laughter by depicting amusing or ludicrous situations, characters, or events. The use of humor, wit, and satire in writing, films, and other forms of entertainment.
Examples:
Comedy series. Romantic comedy. I love going to see live comedy shows with my friends.
Consent.
Permission or agreement to do something, especially given by somebody in authority.
Examples:
Consent for surgery. Give silent consent. She gave her consent to the company's proposal.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Domestic.
Relating to or inside a particular country, not foreign or international.
Examples:
Domestic airline. A domestic animal. GDP stands for gross domestic product.
Partnership.
The state of a cooperative relationship between people or groups, especially in business.
Examples:
Partnership across the Atlantic. Establish a partnership. The military partnership between the two countries created tension in the international community.
Perpetrator.
A person who carries out a harmful or illegal act, particularly one that involves violence or deception.
Examples:
Perpetrator identity. Culprit perpetrator. The police have not yet caught the perpetrator of the crime.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Blame.
To think or say that someone or something did something wrong or is responsible for something bad.
Examples:
Blame circumstances for the failure. Blame the lack of knowledge. We blamed our impeded progress on lack of money.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely. Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Sham.
Something that is not as good or true as it seems to be and is intended to deceive people. A person who pretends to be something they are not.
Examples:
A sham battle. Turn out to be all sham. The data he prepared was completely sham.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Praise.
An expression that shows approval and admiration of the achievements or characteristics of someone or something.
Examples:
Attain critical praise. Universal praise. The drama series mainly received praise.
Conform.
To comply with standards, rules, or expectations set by others, to agree with or match something.
Examples:
Conform to the ISO standard. Conform with popular opinion. The company's new policy requires all employees to conform to the dress code.
Disturb.
To interrupt someone who is trying to work, sleep, etc.
Examples:
Disturb the peace. Disturb his sleep. Tourists frequently disturb the island's delicate natural balance.
Imagery.
The use of words or pictures in books, photographs, paintings, etc., that produces pictures in the minds of people, the ability to form mental images of things or events.
Examples:
Visual imagery. Satellite imagery. This movie is famous for its romantic imagery.
Ailment.
A slight but often persistent illness.
Examples:
Heart ailment. Age-related ailment. He got timely treatment for his physical ailment of severe back pain.
Genital.
Of or relating to the external and internal reproductive organs.
Examples:
Genital bleeding. Pain in the genital area. The genital organs of the human body are necessary for reproduction.
Aim.
To try or plan to get or achieve something.
Examples:
Aim at a specific target. Aim to be a nurse. We aim for an overseas expansion.
Abstain.
To choose not to do something, especially something that one wants to do.
Examples:
Abstain on a vote. Abstain from food. She chose to abstain from alcohol at the party.
Puritan.
A member of a Protestant religious group in the 16th and 17th centuries who believed in strict moral and religious principles, such as predestination and the rejection of religious iconography and ritual.
Examples:
Puritan beliefs, Puritan lifestyle. The Puritan community shunned those who did not adhere to their strict moral code.
Consequence:
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Favorable.
Having a positive or beneficial attitude or effect, expressing approval, support, or agreement.
Examples:
Favorable conditions. Favorable response. The positive reviews were a favorable sign for the new restaurant in town.
Queer.
Strange or odd, typically in an interesting or attractive way.
Examples:
Queer money. Queer fashion. The behavior of the clown at the party was quite queer.
Homophobia.
A strong fear, aversion, or hostility towards people who are homosexual or towards homosexuality itself, discrimination or prejudice against lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning, LGBTQ, individuals based on their sexual orientation or gender identity.
Examples:
Homophobia awareness. Homophobia in sports. The politician's remarks about same-sex marriage revealed his deep-seated homophobia.
Jokingly.
Done or said in a playful, humorous, or light-hearted manner, often intended to make others laugh or to avoid taking oneself too seriously.
Examples:
Jokingly mocked. Jokingly asked. She jokingly suggested they quit their jobs and run to a tropical island.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Transition.
The process or period of changing from one state or circumstance to another.
Examples:
Transition phase. Ensure a smooth transition. The nation's healthcare system is in transition at the moment.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Podcast.
A radio program made available in digital format that you can download from the internet and play on a computer or music player.
Examples:
Football podcast. Listen to a podcast. Our podcast was the most downloaded in the technology news genre this year.
Openly.
Without hiding any of your feelings, opinions, or facts, frankly and trustfully.
Examples:
Openly break the law. Openly discuss disagreement. He openly apologized for his mistake.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples:
Non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Judgment.
The ability to form valuable opinions and make reasonable decisions.
Examples:
An emotional judgment. Deliver a judgment. Her judgments are consistently rational and sensible.
Honor.
High regard or great respect for someone, the quality of having and doing based on a keen sense of morality. Verb, to show respect towards someone.
Examples:
Womanly honor. Honor our ancestors. I claim on my honor that it is true.
Myriad.
A very large number.
Examples:
Myriad differences. A myriad of choices. The artist featured myriad colors and patterns, creating a vibrant and dynamic piece.
Condom.
A thin rubber or plastic sheath worn over the penis during sexual intercourse to prevent pregnancy or the transmission of sexually transmitted infections, STIs, between partners.
Examples:
Condom brand. Safe condom use. Using a condom during sexual activity is one of the most effective ways to prevent unwanted pregnancies and sexually transmitted infections.
Pregnant.
Having a baby or young animal developing in the uterus.
Examples:
Needs of pregnant women. A silence pregnant with suspense. She vacated the position when she got pregnant.
Pose.
To present a risk, problem, or other issues that must be addressed. Pose a significant threat to my company. Pose a challenge. The chemicals pose a massive health risk.
Contract.
A legally binding agreement between two or more parties, setting out their rights and obligations to each other, typically in writing and enforceable by law.
Examples:
Employment contract, contract law. The company signed a contract with the supplier for the delivery of goods.
Pornography.
Materials such as films, photographs, or written descriptions that depict or describe sexual activity graphically or explicitly, often intended to be sexually arousing.
Examples:
Pornography addiction, violent pornography. The rise of digital technology has made the sharing of pornography easier than ever before.
Arouse.
To awaken strong feelings or emotions in someone, to excite or inspire a physical or emotional response.
Examples:
Arouse desire, arouse suspicion. The rousing speech by the politician aroused the audience to action.
Sensitize.
To make someone or something more responsive to a particular stimulus or condition, to increase awareness or understanding of an issue, problem, or situation.
Examples:
Sensitize the immune system. Sensitize cells to radiation. We need to sensitize our staff to the needs of customers with disabilities.
Virgin.
A person who has never had sex, adjective, being used or worked for the first time.
Examples:
Virgin material. Enter virgin territory. Within a few years, no virgin forests will remain.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Debut.
The first public performance of an artist or actor.
Examples:
Debut on national TV. Debut performance. The debut album of the band was a success.
Topic.
A subject that is being discussed or written about.
Examples:
A serious topic. The topic of the book. The topic of the discussion was the current state of the economy.
Insist.
To say something clearly or demand something forcefully, especially when other people disagree with or oppose what you say.
Examples:
Insist on a clear answer. Insist over and over. He insisted that she pay her debt to the last penny.
Relay.
To receive and pass something, such as information or a message, from one person or group to another. To broadcast something on television, radio, etc.
Examples:
Relay a scene. Relay a request. Please relay the news to the world.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Reinforce.
To strengthen or support something, especially by adding another material to it, to make emotion, idea, etc. stronger.
Examples:
Reinforce the military. Reinforce good behavior. We should reinforce the troops at the front line.
Clue.
An object, a piece of evidence, or some information that helps someone to find the answer to a problem, question, or mystery.
Examples:
A clue about the crime. A clue to the diagnosis. The police couldn't find a clue to her whereabouts.
Curriculum.
A series of subjects comprising a course of study in a school, college, etc.
Examples:
A curriculum vitae. An academic curriculum. A committee was appointed to manage the reorganization of the curriculum.
Educate.
To provide or receive instruction or training over a period of time at a school, university, etc.
Examples:
Educate student. Educate public. The school's mission is to educate young children and prepare them for the future.
Inspiration.
Something that motivates or encourages someone to create or achieve something, or a feeling of excitement or creativity.
Examples:
Source of inspiration. Get inspiration from nature. He found inspiration in the works of his favorite authors.
Dungeon.
A room or cell in which prisoners are held, especially underground.
Examples:
Medieval dungeon. A murky dungeon. The prisoner has been languishing for years in the castle dungeon.
Erotic.
Relating to or arousing sexual desire or excitement, considered taboo or provocative.
Examples:
Erotic novel. Erotic dance. The painting contained subtle erotic undertones.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Bond.
A close emotional connection between two or more people, a certificate of debt that a government or corporation issues to raise money.
Examples:
Bond as a family. Global bond market. They had formed a friendship bond.
Discipline.
The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using and punishments if these are broken, a region of activity, knowledge, or influence.
Examples:
Break discipline. Rigid discipline. He quickly learned the military discipline.
Dominance.
The state or quality of being the most powerful or influential person or group.
Examples:
Dominance of traits. Dominance relationship. The company has maintained its dominance in the market for several years.
Submission.
The act of giving a document, proposal, etc., to somebody for consideration or judgment, the act of giving in or yielding to a superior force or authority.
Examples:
Submission agreement. Submission of a final report. The submission deadline for the project is next week.
Sadomasochism.
A sexual activity or practice that involves giving or receiving pleasure from acts of bondage, domination, submission, or pain, a paraphilia characterized by the experience of sexual arousal and satisfaction from inflicting or receiving pain, humiliation, or other forms of psychological or physical suffering.
Examples:
Sadomasochism culture. Sadomasochism play. Some people engage in sadomasochism to explore power dynamics in their relationships.
Mislead.
To cause someone to believe something that is not true.
Examples:
Mislead him into trusting her. Mislead the enemy. Our troops pulled back to mislead the enemy.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Curate.
A clergyman who is in charge of a parish, a person in charge of a museum, gallery, or church, responsible for the care and display of its collections and exhibitions. Verb, to carefully select, organize, and maintain items in a collection, exhibition, or presentation.
Examples:
Perpetual curate. Curate an art website. The art museum has hired a curate to select and display pieces from its collection.
Array.
A large group or collection of things or people, especially one that is impressive or attractive.
Examples:
A two-dimensional array. An array of troops. The customer on the internet has to choose one from a formidable array of products.
Toy.
A thing, typically a small model or replica of something that is played with, especially by children.
Examples:
Toy store. Toy box. He gave his daughter a new toy for her birthday.
Kink.
A tight curl, twist or bend in an object, particularly in a piece of wire, hose, or tubing, a peculiar or eccentric liking or habit.
Examples:
Kink in the neck. Sexual kink. The kink in the hose was preventing water from flowing correctly.
Playground.
An area where many people go for recreation, especially at a school or in a park.
Examples:
A well-equipped playground. A playground on the roof. There is a woods with a creek near the school playground.
Negotiate.
To have formal discussions with someone to reach an agreement.
Examples:
Negotiate a settlement. Negotiate the price of the house. We are always happy to negotiate a discount.
Regulation.
An official rule made and maintained by a government or some other authority, the act of controlling or directing something according to a rule.
Examples:
A company regulation. Regulation by the government. The regulation approved by Congress was perfunctorily implemented.
Greet.
To say hello to someone, to express welcome on meeting someone.
Examples:
Greet a customer. Greet an idea. He greeted his friends with a warm smile and a hug.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done, noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples:
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Withdrawn.
Having retired oneself from society, company, or public life, extremely shy and quiet.
Examples:
Withdrawn product. Become socially withdrawn. She was withdrawn and didn't want to talk to anyone after the breakup.
Gracious.
Behaving in a kind, polite, and generous way.
Examples:
In a gracious manner. Gracious hospitality. The staff is always helpful and gracious.
Strict.
Strongly limiting someone's freedom, allowing no deviation from a standard, rule, belief, etc.
Examples:
strict compliance regime, in strict secrecy. Too strict a regulation for the private sector will stifle innovation.
Guideline:
a general rule or principle that provides guidance to appropriate behavior, a piece of advice or instructions that tell you how something should be done or what something should be.
Examples:
an education guideline, guideline for clinical trial. This book will be a practical guideline when coding.
Specifically:
only associated with or meant for one thing.
Examples:
designed specifically for men, for specifically American customers. This ad campaign is aimed specifically at young women.
Strategy:
a detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
military strategy, develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Decide:
to make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
decide a question, decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Cheek:
either side of the face below the eye and between the nose and the jaw.
Examples:
cheekbone, hollowed out cheek. He gently touched her apple red cheek and whispered that he loved her.
Pronoun:
a word that takes the place of a noun in a sentence, such as he, she, they, or it.
Examples:
pronoun usage, possessive pronoun. In English, personal pronouns such as he, she, and they can replace a person's name to avoid repetition.
Guilty:
feeling responsible for or having done something wrong or criminal.
Examples:
feel a bit guilty, guilty verdict. After much contemplation, the suspect decided to plead guilty to the theft charge.
Patriarchy:
a social system in which men hold primary power and predominate in roles of political leadership, moral authority, and control of a property.
Examples:
patriarchy system, ancient patriarchy. The feminist movement aims to challenge and dismantle patriarchy society and promote gender equality.
Damn:
to express disapproval of or disappointment in something or someone, to condemn or to curse, a swear word, an expression of anger.
Examples:
damn the consequences, damn with faint praise. The company's poor financial performance is likely to damn the CEO's chances of being re-elected to the board.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Autonomy.
The right of an organization, country, or region to govern itself independently.
Examples:
Regional autonomy. Establish autonomy. Demonstrators strongly demanded immediate autonomy for their country.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Affirm.
To assert that something is true or real, to state positively.
Examples:
Affirm old traditions. Affirm strong identity. I affirm that I will always stand by my beliefs.
Pleasurable.
Giving satisfaction or pleasure, enjoyable.
Examples:
A pleasurable experience. Have a very pleasurable time. Our marital life was full of happiness and pleasurable excitement.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.